Amani, how are you today?
I'm trying to do well. Thank you for asking. It's
You're
not
trying to do well.
not in my
Um,
group.
so what did you want to call first today? Mr. Vincent's here, and Miss Sutter's here.
Can I talk to Mr. Vincent briefly? Would you be able to
Sure. So
see?
Mr. Vincent, would you be able to join our Zoom room on your phone or
Yeah. What would be the sign in your eye?
get it from my code
Okay.
officer, the ID number he's got,
No
and then
problem.
I'll put you in a breakout room with him.
Thank you.
And then Amani, I'm going to put you in a breakout room, and then Mr. Vincent will join you once he joins the room.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Sitter, what do you have today?
I have Miss. I think I have to wait my turn with Ms. Williams.
Mr. Cena, I'm going to place you in a room with your public defender, so you can speak with your public defender before the pretrial. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Vincent, did you already get the prompt, or do you need to join breakout room 1?
I didn't hear it. I apologize.
All right. It's breakout room 1.
Okay.
And you might have already got the prompt.
Okay. I'm not seeing it on here.
All right. So if you go to your breakout rooms, you should be able to join one, because that's where your slot is with Miss Williams.
Okay.
Williams, we can go on Mr. Cena or Mr. Arnett once Mr. Vincent gets back.
I'm ready on Mr. Arnett, Your Honor.
All right. I think Mr. Vincent needs to speak with his client briefly. I think that was Mr. Arnett who just left.
I believe so.
Have you had, are you ready to go on Mr. Cena, Ms. Williams?
I think so. I didn't receive an update from Ms. Sutter.
I just spoke with Mr. Cena. It's gonna be a standard, Amani.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
So we're on the record in docket 24-00381. That is the City of Lansing versus Robert Cena. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? Ms. Williams.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant City Attorney Anthony Williams appearing on behalf of the City of Lansing.
And Ms. Sutter.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Mr. Cena, who's joining us via Zoom.
And sir, you are Robert Cena, is that correct?
That is.
All right, thank you. This is the time set for pretrial today. Ms. Williams, how would you like to proceed today, or would you like to defer to Ms. Sutter?
Yes, I'll defer to Ms. Sutter.
Ms. Sutter.
Thank you, Your Honor. This is the first pretrial for Mr. Cena. He's advised me that he has filed paperwork with the Secretary of State on his revoked license. So he's awaiting a hearing date. Given that we'd like to ask for an adjournment, and given his waiting on the Secretary of State, I'd be asking for a little bit longer than usual, if possible, 6 to 8 weeks.
Okay, and Ms. Williams, you're in agreement with the adjournment for compliance purposes?
No objections, Your Honor.
All right. So set out, I think we're out a little ways anyway. June 4th at 9.
And I'm trying to find coverage for that day, but I'll just make it on there so I can
All right.
be sure. I will be out of the state at that time.
All right. Yeah, and if you're able to cover it, I've got some notes in it. So, sir, you are set for June 4th at 9 a.m.
Okay.
So please keep in contact with the Public Defender's Office in regards to providing them with the appropriate paperwork so they can apply it to the City Attorney's Office. Anything else for the record in 24-00381, Ms. Williams?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Ms. Sutter?
Nothing further.
All right, Mr. Sinna, you're all set. Thank you for your appearance today.
Thank you.
And if Mr. Vincent's still out, can I speak with Miss Williams in a breakout room?
Sure.
Thank you.
So Ms. Williams, I'm going to place you, Mr. Vincent's still talking to his client. I'm going to place you in a breakout room with Ms. Sutter concerning some of the cases some of the people are here for, okay?
Sounds good, thank you.
All right, so you're in room 3. Well, you can go back to room 3.
Yeah, I'll just do that.
Yeah. And then we'll place Ms. Sutter in room 2 or, yeah, there you go. Mr. Word, you're here for your 9:30 today? Mr. Word, you're here for your 9:30? You have to unmute. Mr. Word, you're here for your 9:30 today?
Yes, sir, I am.
All right. Your public defender will be with you in just a second if you need to meet with her. She's in another breakout room, but you're in the right place. Okay, sir?
Okay, perfect.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. So go ahead and mute it again.
Excuse me?
I said, do I go ahead and mute my mic again, or do I leave it open?
Stand by. She's in a breakout room with another client. And so you may need to meet with her before your hearing gets started.
Okay,
Right?
thank you.
What, so 9:30.
Yes.
All right, let's see if he just shows up. Well, the lawyer would have got notice sent to him. Maybe, because if the client's blank. So. Right, Miss Williams, we'll wait for Miss Sutter to get here, and then we'll start putting some cases on the record. Mr. Vincent's still talking with his client.
Oh, okay. Because I
All
was
right.
doing that too.
What's that?
Ready on Mr. Vincent's case as well.
All right. Did you need to talk to Mr. Ruckers here on Mr. Harris, which I did set for today, but we don't have it on the schedule today. Do you have it on your schedule?
No, I do not.
I believe, Your
Did
Honor,
you want to talk?
there was an error in the notice to appear. It had a different name on it. I realized that as soon as I got back to my office, but my recollection was that the case number, I believe, is still right for the notice to appear, but it did have a different name on it.
Yeah, there was some notice mix up. So let's see. Ms. Williams, did you want to talk to Mr. Rucker on that case while we have the time? I don't know, Mr. Rucker, I don't know if your client got notice of this, did he?
My recollection was that we left the courtroom with it, but he may have been confused if he
Okay.
received a copy in the mail with a different name on it. I've been trying
Right.
to call him, but unfortunately he has a text now number, so I'm having a little trouble getting through to him.
All right, let's, this is a kinder and oppose and a trespass. Miss Williams, you may not have the file with you or anything along the file.
No, I don't even remember the case, to be honest with you. I covered two dockets and
Should
sometimes
we,
things get
I
lost.
think that, I think the safest thing to do is probably reset it. To
Yeah, yes,
reset the
Your Honor.
pretrial so that, and kind of regroup, because Mr. Harris, the notice I have sent to Mr. Harris on this is blank. So he could have received notice from the court for that date, but then we sent him a blank notice, and that would obviously be that'd obviously be confusing. So I'm gonna go ahead and call that case and we'll reset it, okay?
Very good, Your Honor.
All right, so we're on the record in docket 23-02025. That is people of the state of Michigan versus Deshar Harris. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? Ms. Williams.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant City Attorney Emmanuel Williams appearing on behalf of the City of Lansing.
And Mr. Rucker?
Good morning, Your Honor. Jack Rucker, P86386, on behalf of the defendant who is not present in Zoom or in the courtroom.
All right, this is the time set for a pretrial in the matter. And it appears, just in my file, there's a notice issue that the notice was sent out as blank. Mr. Rucker has come. I did have it set for my notes, but let's reset this. We'll reset the pretrial just to make sure everybody is here and that there's no notice. So reset the pretrial for
May 21st at 11?
May 21st at 11 o'clock. So, and then Mr. Harris will get notice sent to his last known address in Lansing, and hopefully that will not be blank. Mr. Rucker, you'll get, I still have so I have notice sent still to the public defender's office, but I do have, Mr. Rucker, you have a substitution of counsel. So you'll get the next notice.
It was sent in, but either way, can the court repeat what that day and time was? I'll make sure to have it noted in the event I don't get notice.
All right, perfect. So we'll set it for May 21st at 11 o'clock. Anything else for the record on docket 23-02025, Ms. Williams?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Mr. Rucker, anything else?
Nothing for me, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, thank you. You're all set. Thank you for your appearance today.
Absolutely.
And then this, Mr. Vincent's still talking to his client. Are you ready to go, Ms. Sutter, on one of the cases?
I am, Your Honor. I'm ready on Ms. Eccles and Mr. Shannon.
All right, let's go on Ms. Eccles.
Thank you.
All right, so we're on the record in dockets 23L2783002, 23L2810862, and 23-03269. That's people of the state of Michigan, people of the city of Lansing, or the city of Lansing versus Patrice Eccles. Will the parties please introduce themselves to the record? Ms. Williams.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant City Attorney Emmanuel Williams appearing on behalf of the City of Lansing.
Ms. Sutter.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Ms. Eccles, who is standing to my right.
Ma'am, you are Patrice Eccles, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. This is the time set for a pretrial in the matter. Ms. Williams, how are we proceeding, or would you like to defer to Ms. Sutter?
No, I can defer to Ms. Sutter just so that I can save my voice a little bit. Lauren,
All right.
with that.
All right, Ms. Sutter, how are we proceeding?
Thank you, Your Honor. After discussions with Ms. Williams and my client, I believe we'll be resolving with a plea from Ms. Eccles as charged to file 23-03269. That's the no operator's license on person. With that, there will be a dismissal of the failure to display apps in file 23L2783002. And in file 23L2810862, the misdemeanor improper plates will be either amended or a second count added, whichever is easiest for the court, of a civil infraction no plate.
That's correct, Your Honor. And the
All right,
code for the no
you, Ms.
plate, I can give you that as well.
All right, thank you, Ms. Williams. And the yes, it's on ticket. So that'll be a amended count 2. Of no plate, civil infraction, no plate. And what is the PAC code for that, or the code for that?
I can provide it if she wants to save her voice.
Yep,
It's 257.255.
257.255. And is that $130?
I believe that is within the default fine.
Yeah, it's a
130.
default. And that's a civil infraction.
Correct.
All right, I'll restate the agreement for the record. This is a plea to 2303-269, a dismissal of 23-278-3002, and a plea to the civil infraction of 23L2810862. Is that a fair statement, Ms. Sutter?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Eccles, Ms. Sutter, may I inquire of Ms. Eccles of her advice and rights on the misdemeanor plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Eccles, in regards to file 23-03-269, it'll be count 1 of the ticket, I believe, right?
Yes.
No, will that be count 2? Let's see, no ops in possession. It'd be count 3.
Swap them all around, Your Honor.
Yeah, so let's make sure we got.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be count 3. So plea to count 3. No ops. So, Ms. Eccles, you understand the maximum penalty pursuant to this, what you're pleading to is 90 days and or $100, right? 100. No, that's a civil infraction.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The no ops is up to $100. Yes.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Do you understand the maximum penalty for the no ops, which is count 3, would be 90 days and or $100? Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to walk you have some. This is a misdemeanor, so you have some rights in this misdemeanor matter. I'm going to walk you through them. Okay.
Yes.
You have the right to be tried by a jury, to be presumed innocent until proven guilty. To have the prosecutor prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you are guilty. To have witnesses against you appear at trial. To question any witnesses that are brought against you. You are represented today by Attorney Lauren Sutter, and she would be present during a trial to cross-examine any witness or contest any charges brought against you by the people of the state of Michigan. Do you understand that, ma'am? You have the right to have the court order any witnesses appear in your defense, remain silent during the trial, not to have that silence used against you, and to testify at trial if you choose to testify. If you're pleased accepted to give up the claim, the plea was a result of any promises other than what's been stated on the record, or threats that it was not your choice to plead guilty. You'd also be giving up the right to appeal any trial issues. Since you won't be having a trial, you'll be pleading guilty instead. Ma'am, is it my understanding it is your wish today to waive your trial rights and plead guilty to what's count 3, the no ops?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I'm gonna have you raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes.
I'm gonna bring your attention back on October 26, 2023, at the offense location on North Larch Street, East Shiawassee Street, in the city of Lansing, Ingham County. Were you driving a motor vehicle on that date in the city of Lansing?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you not have an operator's license on your person?
I did it. Your
Okay.
Honor.
Anything towards a factual basis for count 3, Ms. Sutter?
No, Your Honor.
All right. I find the factual basis to be knowing, voluntarily, and accurately made. Ms. Williams, did you want this referred to probation, or did you want to go to immediate sentencing? I also have a civil infraction I want to make sure that we cover.
I have no objections to immediate sentencing, Your Honor.
All right. And then it's so in regards to, which would be count 2, the amended count 2. Ms. Sutter, do you take responsibility on behalf of your client for, let me find the ticket again. For on North Larch Street, East Shiawassee Street in the city of Lansing, on that October 26, 2023 date. Do you take responsibility for improper plates?
I take responsibility for the civil infraction, no plates, Your
No
Honor.
plates. All right,
Yes.
thank you. So with that understanding, the attorney's taking responsibility on behalf of her clients, and that comes with a fine of $130.
Thank you, Your Honor. If I may be very briefly heard on the fines for the other file.
Yes.
Thank you. Ms. Eccles has been working on this case for quite some time, as the court is aware. She did pay off an extraordinary amount of fines and costs us, nearly $700. I would ask the court to keep that in mind, as well as her status as indigent when considering the fines and costs within the court's discretion.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. This on count 2, and then the count. So this is count 2 is to be dismissed. That's the fail to display, that's O2, right? The last one.
Let me double check, Your Honor, before I answer.
23 L2.
O2 is to be dismissed.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So the court will go to immediate sentencing on the misdemeanor. So with the total amount, I'm gonna waive any fines and costs on the no ops.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And then we'll do the $75 state fee, the $50 crime victims' rights fee of $75, state fee of $50 for a total of $125. I got to order no upfront, no jail, no probation, and then we'll stick that with the $130 fine. So that'll be $130 plus $125,
$255.
$255. And does your client need some time to make that payment?
Yes, Your Honor. If you would allow 60 to 90 days for her to make those payments.
So, yeah, let's do 90 days out for both. Yeah,
I think she just finished paying off.
I think she
the
just
funds as
finished paying her collection. Yeah.
July 22nd.
Okay, so we'll make July 22nd on file 23-03-269 for the $125 to be paid to the city of Lansing. And similarly, July 22nd for the $130 civil infraction to be paid to the city of Lansing. So, Ms. Eccles, you can make your own payment plan on that, as long as it's all paid by July 22nd. If you pay $20 or $10 a week, whatever you want, as long as it's all paid by July 22nd, all right, ma'am?
Do I need to go and make a payment plan to him, or do I just start paying?
No, it's all, yeah, it's all, as long as it's all paid by July 22nd, you can come in and make a payment whenever you want, all right? All right. Anything else for the record in 23-03-269 for the accompanying tickets, Ms. Williams?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Ms. Sutton?
Nothing further.
All right, and I will dismiss the 23 L2783002 accompanying ticket as part of the plea negotiations. That's dismissed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. You're all set, ma'am. Thank you for your appearance.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Mr. Vincent, were you ready to go on Mr. Arnett?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
While that is going on, Your Honor, may I speak with Mr. Word in a breakout room?
Yes.
And then I'm ready with Mr. Shannon.
All right. So, Mr. Word, I'm going to place you in a breakout room with your public defender, and you can speak to the public defender before your pretrial, okay?
Yes, sir.
So just stand by, and you should get a prompt to go to a breakout room. All right, so we're on the record in docket 24-00139. That is City of Lansing versus Ricky Arnett. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record Ms. Williams.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant City Attorney Emmanuel Williams appearing on behalf of the City of Lansing.
Thank you. Mr. Vincent.
Thank you, Conrad Vincent, on behalf of Ricky Morel Arnett, and to my left, Mr. Arnett.
And sir, you are Ricky M. Arnett, is that correct?
Yes.
Thank you. This is the time set for a pretrial in the matter. Ms. Williams, how are we proceeding?
Your
Or if
Honor,
you'd like to defer.
no, Your Honor, my understanding is that Mr. Arnett will be pleading guilty to the amended charge of operating while impaired.
That is a just on a ticket or a
He did
yeah,
receive
so
a ticket.
complaint. So it'd be an added count too. Thank you, Ms. Williams. So you pleading
Operating while visibly impaired.
added count 2 of operating impaired. And that, if I remember correctly, is a 93-day misdemeanor and or $300.
That is correct.
Do you have the PAC code for the impaired?
I do not.
Yes,
All right.
I do, Your Honor. Just
All right.
yes. Yes, Your Honor, operating while impaired, that's MCL 324.81135, Section 1.
That doesn't sound right.
That's too many.
So 257-625.
3A.
625. 3A. That sounds.
Oh,
I knew it's on that 257.
that's what that's what the side of the ordinance was showing me. I apologize.
Right. That I think that's the city comes out of the. We'll just that being, but it was written under 257.625, parents 1. As long as there's no ambiguity as to what he's pleading to, I don't think it matters.
Okay.
Is that your understanding, Mr. Vincent? He'll be pleading to an amended count 2, added count 2 of operating while impaired pursuant to 93 days and or $300 pursuant to the 257-625-1A.
That is correct.
All right. Mr. Vincent, may I inquire of your client of his advice and rights on the misdemeanor plea?
Yes.
Mr. Arnett, you understand that the misdemeanor plea here to operating while impaired is the complete sentence or the possible sentence is 93 days and or $300. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes.
All right. You have certain trial rights in this matter. I'm going to walk you through those trial rights, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, you have the right to be tried by a jury, to be presumed innocent until proven guilty, to have the prosecutor prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you are guilty, to have the witnesses against you appear at trial, to question any witnesses that are brought against you. You were represented today by attorney Mr. Vincent today. What's your first name?
Conrad.
Conrad, I knew that. Conrad Vincent. And Mr. Vincent would be present to cross-examine any witnesses and contest any charges brought against you by the people of the city of Lansing. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes.
You have the right to court order and witness. Do you have the right to have myself order any witness appear in your defense, to remain silent during the trial, not to have that silence used against you, and to testify at trial if you choose to testify? If your plea is accepted, you'll give up the claim the plea was a result of any promises other than when stated on the record or threats that it was not your choice to plead guilty. You'd also be giving up the right to appeal any trial right because you'll be pleading guilty instead. Is it my understanding it is your wish today to plead guilty to the added count 2 of operating while impaired in this matter?
Yes. Sir.
All right. And if you raise your right hand, do you solemnly swear affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes. Sir.
Okay, I'm going to bring your attention back to
August 16th of 2023.
yeah, good. So on or about August 16, 2023, at the offense location of 120 West Berry, City of Lansing, Ingham County, were you operating a motor vehicle at the time on 120 West Berry in the City of Lansing?
Yes,
And that where you were operating a motor vehicle was open to the general public?
yes,
All right. And at that time, did you later find out that you had a blood alcohol level of over 0.08?
yes.
Anything towards a factual basis, Ms. Williams? You have to unmute.
Thank you.
Mr. Vincent?
Nothing further. Thank
All
you.
right. I find the factual basis to be knowing, voluntarily, and accurately made. We will refer to probation. Because there has to be an assessment made. So refer to probation. So how this will work, Mr. Arnett, is you'll go down to the 5th floor. I don't know if they set up a time to meet with you or if they meet with you then, but they're going to do a report for me. And then I'll get the report, we'll review it, and we'll see what options are available to us come sentencing. Okay, sir?
Yes.
All right. So we'll refer to probation. And we'll
He's
set.
ahead of the game because he's done the assessment.
Oh, has he really?
Yep.
Okay. Then this might be sooner than you think, all right? Because usually we set it 8 weeks out. They might set it sooner because you've already done your assessment, sir. Sentencing date?
June 25th.
So it's June 25th at 1:30. It may be sooner than that. We're just setting it on their schedule, but that might be before that, if you've already done your assessment. So go down and talk to them. They're going to develop a report, and I'll see you on June 25th. Okay, sir?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Vincent. Conrad
Thanks,
Vincent.
Not too many Conrads.
Well, I've known you for over 30 years, so take care, Mr. Vincent.
Thank you. You too.
Mr. Vincent needs to get fingerprinted.
Yeah,
I thought he already was. I thought I took him out.
We do not have any fingerprints on file for your client, I'm sorry. And they're gonna.
Yes. At the beginning, he went in, got his fingerprints. I can have it done again.
Well, do the order and see what probation says. Okay, but let's print out the order for you just in case. Ms. Sutter, you have a case.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm ready on Mr. Shannon, and I think Ms. Williams is reading an email from me on Mr. Word.
Okay. Let's go on to Mr.
I just sent you an update about Mr. Shannon, if you would like to read that as well, and Mr. Ward.
All right.
Thank you.
And sir, on the iPhone, would you please identify yourself?
My name is Taylor Smith.
Taylor Smith. All right, Mr. Smith, you're here for your 9:30.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
All right, stand by and we'll be with you in just a second. Okay, sir? You're in the right place.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Word, we're ready on your case.
Yes.
We're on the record in docket 21-00418 and 23-03376. That is the City of Lansing versus David Word. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? Ms. Williams.
Morning, Your Honor. Assistant City Attorney Amani Williams appearing on behalf of the City of Lansing.
And Ms. Sutter.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter appearing today on behalf of Mr. Word, who is joining us via Zoom.
All right. And sir, you are David Word, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you can hear me all right, Mr. Word?
Yes, I hear you perfectly well, sir.
Thank you. This is the time set for a pretrial in the matter. Ms. Williams, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, I defer to Ms. Sutter.
She deferred to me.
Ms.
Thank
Sutter?
you, Your Honor. There are two files here for Mr. Word. I believe there's an offer from the city to plead guilty with time served on file 23-03376 OT. And with that plea, there'd be a dismissal of the driving while license suspended in file 21-00418 OT.
So that's 21-00418.
418, yes, I apologize, Your Honor.
And is that an accurate statement? Ms. Williams, she'll be pleading, Mr. Wood would be pleading guilty to 23-03376 and 21-00418 is to be dismissed.
Yes, that's correct.
And there's a Killebrew agreement of time served.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Sutter, may I inquire of your client of his advice of rights concerning the misdemeanor plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Mr. Word, you understand that you'll be pleading to a 90-day misdemeanor and 93-day misdemeanor and or $100. I think that's right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah. Do you understand that is the ultimate penalty concerning the possibility of penalty in this matter? Do you understand that, sir?
I do, sir.
All right. And you have some trial rights in this misdemeanor plea, so I'm gonna walk you through your rights. There's a Killebrew agreement between the attorneys of time served, which, how many days is that?
29.
29 days. So if I was, I really can't, so if I was to go outside of that Killebrew agreement, you'd have the opportunity to withdraw your plea. Do you understand that, sir?
I do, sir.
All right, thank you. All right, I'm going to walk you through some trial rights you have in this case. You have the right to be tried by a jury, to be presumed innocent until proven guilty. Have the prosecutor prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you are guilty. Have the witnesses against you appear at trial to question any witnesses that are brought against you. You are represented today by Attorney Lauren Sutter, and she would be present to cross-examine any witnesses or contest any charges brought against you by the City of Lansing. Do you understand that, sir?
I do, Your Honor.
Thank you. You have the right to have the court order any witnesses appear in your defense, to remain silent during the trial, not to have that silence used against you, and to testify at trial if you choose to testify. If your plea is accepted, you'll give the claim the plea was the result of any promises other than what's stated on the record or threats that it was not your choice to plead guilty. You'd be giving up the right to appeal anything from a trial. So since you won't be having a trial, you'll be pleading guilty instead. Is it your wish today to waive your jury trial rights and plead guilty to the driving while license not valid count?
Yes, sir, it is.
It's, Your Honor, it's a plea to no operator's license on
No
person.
ops. Okay,
Yes.
no ops.
Thank you.
So I'm going to bring, so let me have you raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
I do, sir.
All right. I'm going to bring your attention back to November 4th, 2023 at the offense location of South Cedar Street on Edgewood in the City of Lansing. Were you operating a motor vehicle on South Cedar Street in Edgewood in the City of Lansing on November 4th, 2023?
Yes, sir.
And at that time, did you not have an operator's license on your person?
No, I did not.
All right. Anything towards the factual basis, Ms. Sutter?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Williams?
No, Your Honor.
All right. I find the factual basis be knowing, voluntarily, and accurately made. Is there any reason we shouldn't go to straight to immediate sentencing, Ms. Williams?
No, Your Honor, no objections to immediate sentencing.
All right. Ms. Sutter, would you like to be heard in allocution on the sentence on 23-037-3376?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you. Mr. Word is currently in the House of Commons. He has been there for just 2 weeks, and he was released to House of Commons after a 29-day stint at the Eaton County Jail. Given that he's not currently working, he's trying to focus all of his time and energy right now on the recovery process while at the House of Commons. And I'd like to put him on the best foot possible when he's leaving there to get straight back into work and stabilizing his life. So I'd ask the court to reduce any possible fines and costs it can for him. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you. Do you know how long he's at the House of Commons?
I do not know how long he will be there. I believe that's a process that's decided as his
As he
recovery
goes?
moving along.
All right. All right, the ultimate penalty in this matter, I'm going to waive any fines and costs.
Thank you.
You'll still have a $75 state crime victims' rights fee and a $25 or $50 state fee for $125 on this file. On file 23-03376. The only reason I was asking is that's too small to go refer to collections, so I should set it out a time, I would think.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind, Your Honor, I'd say a little bit longer than usual, just in case 3
Right.
full months if possible.
So let's do 120 days.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
August 21st.
So will August 21st for the $125 payment to the city of Lansing. And so you have till August 21st to make that payment. That can be made via online, in person, or by the phone. And you could set up your own payment plan, but I know some of this is dependent on the treatment center and your release from the treatment center. So that's why we put it out to August 21st. All right, sir?
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
All right. So that is all on the record in 23-03376. I will dismiss 21-00418, which I also think was a traffic.
He was, Your Honor.
Yeah. Anything else for the record on either one of those files, Ms. Williams?
Oh, Your Honor, thank you.
Ms. Sutton?
Nothing further.
All right, Mr. Word, you're all set. Good luck to you, sir, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor, Ms. Sutton and Ms. Williams. I appreciate it.
Good luck to you, Mr. Word.
Thank you.
Mr. Smith, we're gonna place you in a breakout room with your public defender, Ms. Sutter, so you can talk to her before we start the pretrial, okay, sir?
Oh, no. Or have words. Y'all know. Why you chill? I'm gonna go pay my phone bill and shit. Oh my.
Mr. Smith, I'm gonna have you mute. You should mute
Sorry.
yourself because the entire courtroom can hear you.
I'm sorry.
No worries, Mr. Smith. All right, Ms. Williams, we'll go on Mr. Shannon. Right, so we're on the record in docket 24-00581. That is the city of Lansing versus Shannon Smith. Will the parties please?
Clarence Shannon, Your Honor.
Oh, I'm sorry. Clarence Shannon, correct. What did I say, Smith?
Yes,
Oops.
which is another defendant in this court.
Yes, 24-00581. City of Lansing versus Clarence Shannon. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? Ms. Williams.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant City Attorney Emmanuel Williams appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Ms. Sutter.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Mr. Shannon, who is standing to my right.
And sir, you are Clarence Shannon, is that correct? Thank you. This is the time set for a pretrial in the matter. Ms. Williams, how are we proceeding today, or would you like to defer?
Your Honor, I think we are in agreement to reset this matter for a final pretrial for both files.
All right,
That's correct.
so say that again, Ms. Sutter.
Was set for final pretrial on both files, Your Honor. I don't believe a jury trial is necessary at this time. If we could just set for the final pretrial.
I only have one file on it.
It's one file,
I think
two
one file,
counts, Your
two
Honor.
Okay.
counts, yeah.
Two
so-
counts?
Yeah.
All right. All right, we'll reset. We'll set for final pretrial.
May 21st at 8:30.
May 21st at 8:30. And then we'll hold off on the jury trial based on counsel's representations.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So this has been reset for May 21st at 8:30. You'll get notice from my court officer concerning that date. Ms. Williams, you have that date, May 21st at 8:30? All right. Anything else for the record in 24-00581? Ms. Williams?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Sutter?
Nothing further.
All right, Mr. Shannon, we will see you on that date. Thank you for your appearance today. And we're ready to go on 23-03779. That is the city of Lansing versus Taylor Smith. And Mr. Smith, you can unmute yourself.
How
All
you
right,
doing?
thank you. Good. So parties introduce themselves for the record. Ms. Williams.
Assistant City Attorney Emmanuel Williams appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Ms. Sutter.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Mr. Smith, who's joining us via Zoom.
And sir, you are Taylor Smith, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, you can hear me all right, Mr. Smith?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. This is the time set for a pretrial in the matter. Ms. Williams, how are we proceeding, or would you like to defer to Ms. Sutter?
I'd like to defer to Ms. Sutter, Your Honor.
Go to Ms. Sutter.
Thank you, Your Honor, and I apologize, Ms. Williams. I just sent you a response on that. We're gonna be asking for a very, very brief adjournment for Mr. Smith. He's paying the last off of some fines to the Secretary of State. If the court is willing to allow a 3-week adjournment for him to finish that up and reach compliance.
Any objection to adjournment for compliance for 3 weeks, for 3-week purposes, Ms. Williams?
No, Your Honor, no objections.
So we'll do an adjournment for compliance. This is the last adjournment since we've had, this case is getting a little old. But
Understood, Your Honor.
yeah, we'll do the adjournment for compliance purposes on that. We have a lot of time at the end of May, so
Okay.
beginning of June. So you may get more time than he wants.
Okay. I'm sure there'll be no fight.
Yeah, I don't think there will be either. So you can go past May, that May date. Yeah,
We can do it May 21st.
May 21st at 11.
Quick question, Your Honor. I think I received an email from the court yesterday that we're gonna be doing the city docket in the afternoon that day.
That's May 28th.
28th, okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Never mind.
that's the week after.
Got my weeks mixed up, thank you.
We're just, yeah, so May 21st at 11 o'clock. Is that enough time?
I believe so, Your Honor.
All right.
If not, we can always reach out to the court, but I think.
All
it should
right.
be.
So, Mr. Smith, you've got till May 21st at 11 o'clock. That's when the hearing is scheduled for on 23-03-779. Please keep in contact with your attorney and the public defender's office, Ms. Sutter. We've set it for May 21st at 11 o'clock. Okay, sir?
Yes, sir.
Anything else for the record in docket 23-03-779, Ms. Williams?
The sausage, biscuit with the egg.
Well,
Your Honor,
I
thank
think we're
you.
all set, Your Honor.
All right. We're all set, Ms. Summer?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Smith, you're all set. Thank you for your appearance today.
Thank you.
All right, Ms. Williams, we're here on Mr. Thompson. So we're on the record in docket 2302-758. That is the City of Lansing versus Calvin Thompson. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? Ms. Williams.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant City Attorney Emmanuel Williams appearing on behalf of the City of Lansing.
Ms. Sutter.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Mr. Thompson, who is seated to my right.
And sir, you are Calvin Thompson, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. This is the time set for a pretrial in the matter. Ms. Williams, how are we proceeding, or would you like to defer to Ms. Sutter?
I'll defer to Ms. Sutter, Your Honor.
Ms. Sutter, how are we proceeding today?
Thank you, Your Honor. There's been an offer extended to Mr. Thompson to plead to either an added count 2 or an amended count 1 of the trespass down from the trespass on a ragtag property. There's also an agreement to time served for Mr. Thompson. I'm having a little trouble on the short notice finding it, but I believe it's currently 2 days served. And with that, the trespass on ragtag property would be dismissed.
All right, so the plea today will be to an amended count 1. Is that right?
Or an added count 2, whichever is easiest for the court file.
And what's the name of that? Is that
It's he's currently charged with trespass on a red tagged property. It'll be amended to just trespass.
just trespass?
Yes, and I'm tracking down the PAC code for that, Your Honor.
Is that's a 90-day and 100?
The city trespass is the 30-day and 100.
Okay, 30-day. And then there's a kilobrew to time served.
Correct.
That's 2 days.
Yes.
Yeah.
750.55. Thanks, Wendy.
Is it 715.5.2? So is that a correct statement, Ms. Williams? The defendant will be pleading guilty to the misdemeanor trespass, 30 days under $100. Kilbrew, 2 days time served. And that's pursuant to 750.522.
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct.
All right. Ms. Sutter, may I inquire of your client of his advice of misdemeanor rights on the misdemeanor?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Thompson, you understand that the ultimate penalty in this case is 30 days under $100. There's an agreement between the lawyers that used Killebrew to 2 days served as a part of the jail time. If I was to give you any more than that, you could withdraw your plea. Do you understand that? Yes. All right. You have certain rights, and I'm going to walk you through those rights in this case. You have the right to be tried by a jury, to be presumed innocent until proven guilty. Have the prosecutor prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you are guilty. Have witnesses against you appear at trial to question any witnesses that are brought against you. You are represented today by Attorney Lauren Sutter. She would be present to cross-examine any witnesses or contest any charges brought against you by the City of Lansing. You understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. You have the right to have the court order any witnesses appear in your defense, to remain silent during the trial, not to have that silence used against you, and to testify at trial if you choose to testify. If your plea is accepted, you'll give up the claim the plea was a result of any promises other than what's been stated on the record. With threats, there was not your choice to plead guilty. You'll also be giving up the right to appeal anything from a trial. Since you won't be having a trial today, you'll be pleading guilty to the amended count 1 trespass. Is it your wish today to plead guilty to the amended count 1 trespass?
Yes.
All right. And if you raise your right hand, do you solemnly swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to bring your attention back to September 3rd of 2023 at the offense at 304 Isbell Street, Maplewood Avenue in the City of Lansing. Were you at 304 Isbell Street and Maplewood Avenue in the City of Lansing on September 3rd, 2023?
Yes.
And at that time, did you know you were trespassing on property you shouldn't have been on?
No, Your Honor.
You did not know.
I did not.
Were you aware that the property was somewhere that you were not supposed to be at the time?
Yeah, your matter, yes, you did.
Okay.
So you were aware that you shouldn't be there and you were there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Anything towards a factual basis, Ms. Sutter?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Ms. Williams?
No, Your Honor.
I find the factual basis to be knowing, voluntarily, and accurately made. I will go by is there any reason, Ms. Williams, that we should refer this to probation?
No, Your Honor, no probation
All
needed.
right. All right. I will follow the Killebrew agreement of 2 days served. So we'll go to immediate sentencing. Ms. Sutter, would you like to be heard on allocution?
Just briefly, Your Honor, thank you. Mr. Thompson is obviously currently in custody. He's going to be arraigned later today in front of Magistrate Millmore. He is dealing with a couple of things right now, including a family court case, as well as the case in front of Judge Simmons. He's trying to get all of his ducks in a row, Your Honor, and I would ask the court to consider reducing any of the possible fines and costs for him on this file so that he can focus on what's really important, which is the case in front of Judge Simmons.
All right, I'll follow the Killebrew agreement of 2 days. 2 days served. I'll lower the fines for trespass to $25 fine, $25 cost. Crime victims' rights fee of $75 and state court costs of $50 for a grand total of $175. And does your client need some time, since there's other cases going on, does your client need some time to make that payment?
He's requested through May 15th, Your Honor.
So let's do June 15th, just in case.
That's fine, thank you.
Just to be, so June 14th. So we'll set, just to be careful, so you have enough time, get all your finances in order. We'll set it for June 14th at 4 o'clock for payment to the city of Lansing. And you have to, that should be all paid by June 14th. If you want to pay just, whatever, you can set up your own installment plan, okay? All right. All right, anything else for the record? In 2302-758, Ms. Williams.
Your Honor, thank you.
Ms. Sutter.
Nothing further.
All right, Mr. Thompson, you're all set. Thank you for your appearance today.
Thank you, Your Honor. Yes,
Not Judge Simmons.
I apologize.
I didn't know if that mattered in your notes or anything.
I don't know. I don't know what I was reading in the file then, but I mean, it does make sense that it'd be in front of you. I was a little confused about the judge split.
Can't happen.
One way or another, he's gonna get seen by. All right, let's go on. We're on the record at docket 24000986. Now that I've taken myself off mute, Ms. Williams, parties appear for that City of Lansing versus Ricardo Guajardo. Parties appearances for the record, Ms. Williams.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant City Attorney Amanda Williams appearing on behalf of the City of Lansing.
Ms. Sutter.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Mr. Guajardo. I do not believe he is present at this time.
All right, this is the time set for a pretrial in the matter. This is scheduled for 9 o'clock. It is now 10:48. And it would appear that the defendant has failed to appear for pretrial. Ms. Williams, how would you like to proceed?
Your Honor, the city is requesting a bench warrant bond forfeiture with a 48-hour hold.
All right, based on the representations of counsel and the fact that Mr. Guajardo is not in the Zoom courtroom, in the physical courtroom, Ms. Sutter, any comment on the request for bench warrant?
Thank you, Your Honor. I would just further the request for a 48-hour hold. This is a first non-appearance on a trespass case.
So the court will issue a bench warrant and bond forfeiture with a 48-hour hold at this time.
Thank you.
Anything else for the record in 24000986, Ms. Williams?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Ms. Sutter.
Nothing further.
Anybody?
Just thought I'd check and see.
Yeah.
Nope.
Anybody out there?
Yeah, I kind of assumed Mr. Guajardo wouldn't come, but Mr. Lewis and Mr. Davis, I thought had a chance.
So we're on the record in ticket 19L250861. Actually a misdemeanor ticket. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? Ms. Williams.
Assistant City Attorney Amanda Williams appearing on behalf of the City of Lansing.
Ms. Sutter.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Mr. Lewis, who I do not believe is present at this time.
All right, this was a pretrial set for 9:30. It is now 10:49. I do not see a Jimmy Lewis in the Zoom courtroom, physical courtroom. We call the hallway. It would appear that the defendant has failed to appear for the pretrial. Ms. Williams, how would you like to proceed?
Your Honor, I'm requesting a bench warrant bond forfeiture with a 48-hour hold.
All right, Ms. Sutter.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would just further the request for a 48-hour hold. This is a driving case.
Yeah. I'll issue a bench warrant and bond forfeiture with a 48-hour hold. This is a driving, an expired license case. Anything else for the record in 19 L250861, Ms. Williams?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Ms. Sutter.
Nothing further.
All right, we're all set on Mr. Lewis. And then Mr. Davis. We're on the record in docket 22-02391. That is the City of Lansing versus Jalen Davis. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? Ms. Williams.
Assistant City Attorney Amanda Williams appearing on behalf of the City of Lansing.
Ms. Sutter.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Mr. Davis. I do not believe he is present at this time.
This is the time is set for a pretrial in the matter. It was set for 10 o'clock. It is now 10:51. It would appear the defendants failed to appear for pretrial on another driver's license case. Ms. Williams, how would you like to proceed?
Your Honor, I'm requesting a bench warrant bond forfeiture with a 48-hour hold.
Any comment on that, Ms. Sutter?
Just to further the request.
So bench warrant and bond forfeiture with a 48-hour hold on the driving case. Anything else for the record in 22-02391, Ms. Williams?
Your Honor, thank you.
All right, Ms. Sutter?
Nothing further.
All right, so that's all for the record, 22-02391. Ms. Williams, I hope you're feeling better.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, and Ms. Sutter, you're all set for the morning.
I am indeed, Your Honor.
All
Thank
right,
you.
thank you. Good to see you, Ms. Wicks and Ms. Schroeder.
They're type of day filing a sign on my court says the reverse.
Judge Porter almost came down here.
Did she? She came down here last week.
I did see her on the
That-
hall when she did
right.
one of these.
So we're on the record in docket TV 22005066. That is City of Lansing versus Thomas Boudouin. This is the time set for show cause hearing. It was scheduled for 11 o'clock. It's now 11:21. This is for a balance of $30. So, and so for the fail to appear on the $30, defendant failed to appear for the show cause violation. We're going to issue a bench warrant and bond forfeiture. So that's all the record on. So the defendant failed to appear, and that's all the record on TV 22005066. All right, so we're on the record in docket 4/23/2024. That's on the record. That is 22L2766081. That's people of the state of Michigan for the city of Lansing versus Jordan Gwynn. This is the time set for a show cause on a $240 balance. It was scheduled for 11 o'clock. It is now 11:25. It would appear that the defendant has failed to appear for show cause, and a bench warrant and bond forfeiture is issued. So that's all for the record in 22L2766081. So we're on the record in docket 23L28053002. That's the city of Lansing versus Darcy Hill. This is a show cause hearing set for 11 o'clock. It is now 11:25. It would appear the defendant has failed to appear for the show cause hearing. I do not see Darcy Hill in the Zoom courtroom, physical courtroom. This is an outstanding balance of $192 to the city of Lansing, and a bench warrant and bond forfeiture is issued. And that's all for the record, 23L280530 And we're on the record in docket 24L283532. That is this. So in regards to 24L28353032, it's a $10 balance. On today's date, I'm going to close out the file. And I'll administratively close on balance. So that's on the record in 24L28353032. I didn't sign that. No. And so we're on the record in docket 23032234. It's the City of Lansing versus Jemiah Myers. This is a show cause set for a amount of $325. This was set for so this is the time set for a show cause hearing. It was set for 11 o'clock. It is now 11:28. It would appear that the defendant has failed to appear for show cause hearing on a balance of $325. And a bench warrant and bond forfeiture issue. So that's all the record in 23032234.